Alright guys, I will live streaming with Carl Mendez and Kelsey on Zoom Video Communications that we're going to making sweet potato casserole. Now the first thing, you want to preheat the oven for 375 degrees Fahrenheit. You want to make sure the oven just preheated. You want to take 9 by 13-inch baking pan, spray with non-stick cooking spray. You want to set this aside. We're going to start by boiling those sweet potatoes. I have a big pot of hot water and the holding colander because it's easy way to drain. I'm going to put 5 large sweet potatoes. You're going to boil it on high. You want to be careful. You don't want to get really splattered. So let's just put that into that. I'm going to see how the sweet potatoes gravy goes in. I'm going to use, oh, don't splatter. I like to use this mesh strainer to make it really easy. And just make sure to stir this around constantly. You want to just boil for 15 to 20 minutes on high. It's going to be nice and tender for the sweet potatoes. Alright, let's check for the sweet potatoes. I'm going to make sure to test that, how they looks like. Yeah, I just insert with a knife. Hopefully it's going to be almost ready for it. I'm just going to remove from the heat and we're going to strain it. Right, I just removed from the heat. Let's pick it up from this colander after it just comes away nice and tender. Going to remove from the excess water. Let's give that a shake. Ooh, look at that. Look how steamy it is. Right, let's put it into the mixing bowl. Now once after boil for 15 to 20 minutes, I just already drain off the excess water from the sweet potatoes. Then you want to put it into a large bowl like I did. And you want to mash it around. Gonna use it with the potato masher. Alright, just mashed out, you can be able to see the steam of the sweet potatoes that I can't mash over here. Was almost getting turned to really smooth. I'll just remove with the potato masher. I'm just going to switch it from the wire whisk, just to one. Now to finish the rest of the ingredients into this one that we just mashed it with the sweet potatoes, I'm going to put it in a half a cup of firmly packed light or dark brown sugar. Then I'm going to be using for the light brown sugar. And 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter. Then we're going to melt into this one of the very hot sweet potatoes. I'm going to use the whisk to melt it real faster. It's going to be an easy way to melt it with the sweet potatoes while it's still hot. Alright, I just melt the butter and sugar into the sweet potatoes. You can be able to see it's still hot. I'm going to put in 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. I'm also going to put 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon. Don't forget to put a half teaspoon of salt. I'm using kosher salt because it has really pure and natural one. It's going to be good flavor. I'm just going to keep going. Right. I'm just going to have something. I can smell the cinnamon on here to that one. Ooh, that's a really bomb. It looks just like perfect one. I like to switch to my rubber spatula from the wire whisk. I gotta make sure to scrape it down on the sides of the bowl. Can you see that? It's really nice and smooth. Now see what I'm going to fold it into. Now I'm going to put 1 cup of chopped pecans. I'm going to put half of the pecans. I measured about half a cup. We're just going to fold it in. Just be going to use it with the rubber spatula to make it really look a sweet potato batter. Now the other half of the pecans, we're going to sprinkle it right on top. So once you fold it, we're going to put it into a prepare pan. We got this one here. Let's put it into prepare pan. Let's just put it, the sweet potatoes. You can see how smooth it was. Again, make sure to scraping. I'm going to use it with a rubber spatula. Just going to want to spread it over evenly. I'm going to use that. Now, Kelsey never had the marshmallows onto the sweet potato casserole. What I decided to give her for the streusel toppings, going to use it for 1 cup of all-purpose flour with about half a cup of firmly packed light brown sugar, 1 tablespoon of ground cinnamon, and a stick of room temperature unsalted butter. I'm going to make sure to keep spread it over here. Then we're going to put the marshmallows right on top. Now, we have just spread even layer of the sweet potatoes. Now we're going to put it in 10-ounce bag or more of marshmallows. That would be the puffy one, or that could be for the miniature one. I have some leftover marshmallows. I'm going to finish the rest. Just going to make sure to sprinkle right on top. I got something really puffy one. Hopefully this marshmallows got a way bigger. Right, I just almost used it for the campfire marshmallows and also the puffy one. Now I'm going to finish for the last layer of the marshmallow that I'm going to use for the jet puff with the miniature one like we did for the other recipes. I'm just going to get to sprinkle it onto that. We got to put lots of marshmallows on top of that. For those ones, it's going to be roasting just like I'm making it for the campfire. Ooh, I love marshmallows. This is really fun. We got the marshmallow just sticks right on top of the sweet potato batter. I'm going to sprinkle with the remaining half a cup of the pecans up top of the marshmallows. It's going to be just sprinkle it onto that. All just set. Now you're going to put it in the oven for 25 minutes until the marshmallows just toasted right on top. I'll come back and I'll show you what it looks like. So can you see the marshmallows just toasted? You can have something for can you see the marshmallows just toasted? It's got really puffed up in the oven. Well, you can know this one, the marshmallow just glues over here onto the baking pan. It probably got way over here all the way through on top of that. Hopefully it's going to be quite much of that. It's almost got to drip over here off the pan. It's going to be on the bottom of the rack. I'm just going to make sure to keep going and see how it looks. Well, that's what happens when the marshmallow just falls all the way in the oven at the bottom here. One fell down. It's got this marshmallow. Oh, I can see this one. It's going to be, it blooms over here to all the way through. I just overflow for the marshmallows. I can't believe they got all the way through. It's getting melted down. I put all the way from the marshmallows onto the edge of this cone for the pan of that. Look at this marshmallow. Look at this marshmallows. I knew this one's got fell apart for the pan. It's got to be drips down on the bottom. I knew this why I put way too much marshmallows. I hope it's gonna be on just overflow that. I can see that great clean out in the oven. Alright, I just took it out of the oven. For 25, instead of 25 minutes, I just put like 20 minutes, less than for a minute. What's what happened, you can see the marshmallows just already toasted. It's got overflowed that. We just want to make sure to let it cool on rack at room temperature before we're going to serve. And that's how you make sweet potato casserole. Here are the finished product. So if you're interested for more recipes, let me know in the comments below. We'll always before sharing, subscribe my channel. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up for everyone. Click the bell to see all notifications about new videos and the latest video. As always, enjoy for the sweet potato casserole.